My name is Sade. I'm a senior at the University of Minnesota.
Aurea. I'm a senior this year at the University of Minnesota in the College of Education and Human Development.
Blake Bowers.
Courtney Jones.
Chris Reif.
My name is Sysouda Bandith.
Keisha Darren Paul.
I'm Natalie. I'm going for my early childhood education degree.
I decided to create my own major by picking and choosing which classes that I want to take, and this has probably been one of the best experiences that I've had.
I love working in student services here at the university because I feel like I really make a difference. Freshman students, they come in and they don't really know what's going on. They kind of are like frazzled. It's great when I can like have an answer and I can say, okay, everything's gonna be okay. Like you'll make it through. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it's like the littlest thing, but it's really made a huge difference.
I feel I've made a difference in the community in a lot of ways. I mean, you just kind of have to get involved and kind of have a passion for helping. And once you do that, you just kind of start to think, well, how can I? What do my friends do? What have other people done? What do they suggest? And basically, there's a lot of different ideas. I mean, I went online and just looked at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and that's how I got involved with that. None of my friends did it.
I'm part of the Big Brother Big Sister program, and one day a week we take a younger kid that needs a role model to like a movie or bowling or something.
I was lucky enough to get matched up with a kid that was very athletic. He's very active, and he's kind of a little bit of a troublemaker, one of those kind of brats, kind of a kid. And just being able to see Devin each week and kind of work on those things with him, I mean, not really obviously, but sort of helping him out in a way that you're not a parent or a teacher, but you know, hey, I'm your big brother, you know, just helping him out. He's changed a lot. His behavior in his classroom has changed a lot. His academics have gone up. I feel like I've changed Devin's life a lot, just kind of being a peer to him and setting a good example. It's a great thing to do and a great thing to do for any kid. So
I think I've made a difference through my volunteering. I do a lot of volunteering in the classroom. I've also done just like working. I'm recently going to start working in a hospital, just reading in the waiting room. So even if you don't want to be in a classroom, I think there's other ways to work with children. You feel like you're making a difference just kind of being there and taking an interest, I think, in their lives and what they're doing, even if it's not their schoolwork necessarily, just kind of be asking how their day is, I think makes a difference and shows that you care.
I feel like a lot of people have made a difference in my life, and just the little things, you know, talking to people in classes or in the street, and really mentoring them. I find myself mentoring students and advising them. For example, there was a girl that really inspired me. Her name's Khadija, and she was a freshman last year, and she was just like, she was so confused, and she was talking about, you know, dropping the University of Minnesota. She just had a lot of doubts and reservations, and she needed a lot of help. So I had the opportunity to meet her, and I really mentored her. I told her, I said, you know, the university is a great institution. Don't mess it up. Keep going, keep being persistent. If you need any type of resources, I'm there to help you. And now she's thinking about designing her own major through the inter-college program, the same as mine. And I feel like just by making a difference in my own community, it means so much. It means so much to me to see individuals excelling academically and striving to succeed based off what I've told them, how I've helped them.
I just did study abroad to Costa Rica, and I did a lot of volunteering there as well. I actually taught English courses to both adults and children. And it was actually pretty nice because I got to instruct parents of the children that I was actually teaching, so it was like I was teaching a whole family at once. In Costa Rica, there was a particular family that I worked with, and they only have one daughter, and I felt like I really did make a difference when one night I just so happened to be walking along the beach, and all of a sudden I hear a dedication for a song out at karaoke at a bar, and he was actually dedicating a song to me, one of the national songs in Costa Rica, saying thank you very much for all your help, and you made a huge difference.
Well, I'm really passionate about helping people and helping families and kids, and to be specific. And so I like to try to make a difference by babysitting certain families who really need the help that I can give. Like it's one family babysit, the parents are at work all the time, they never get to see them. Well, they do, just not very often. So when I have the chance to babysit, I do, and to give them the attention they need. And they have a 14-year-old daughter who doesn't get the attention she needs, and she's becoming rebellious. And so I try and be there for them as much as I can.
My family comes from Laos, and of course it's a third world country. I've been able to visit there twice now, and the second time I visited, I've noticed the conditions of the schools there. And of course I went to Edison High School, which is the Minneapolis Public High School, and we had a lot of budget cuts, and so you know, we had some tattered books and such, but you know, you could still read them and they weren't exactly falling apart, they just weren't brand new. But when I went to these schools and I visited the different buildings that they had, they stuffed different grades into one room. Everybody sat on the floor, it's concrete, and the books were just falling apart and brown and soiled and tattered, and they had to share it even, you know. People didn't even have their own books, and I thought, this whole time I was complaining about some book that wasn't like brand new, you know. And yes, that is a problem, there should be some more money in education, but I thought I should be grateful for what I have, and with what I have, help other people. So when I was there, instead of going shopping and things like tourists usually do, I decided to visit the different villages. Well, each different village I visited, I would help tutor the kids in English for free, and then, you know, we'd get together and it'd be kind of like this little gathering, and I felt like that made a big difference, you know, not only for them but for me. It made me feel like I can do something.
Start to think about what you want to do and start to get involved. I mean, I kind of wasted a year and a half or so before I started to get involved with what I wanted to do, and I wish I would have been involved in student groups and stuff my freshman year and my beginning of my sophomore year. But you know, once you get involved, you really start to get busy and start to meet people, and you actually do meet friends that way.
Get involved in a student organization or working on campus like right away, like freshman year, because then you kind of build a community, and it also helps build your resume for when you graduate, and then you can kind of say like, I've had this experience, and it can really make a difference in your life.
My advice to freshmen would be to definitely get involved in some way, either on campus or off campus. I think you'll learn to meet a lot of new people that have the same experiences and the same interests as you do, and it's just a way to make a large campus a little bit smaller and more comfortable.
Don't wait until something is just perfect. You know, you just start somewhere. Start with a student group organization, start with something volunteering, just start somewhere and then keep going to figure out what fits you the best.
Time management is definitely important for building college skills and actually getting involved in the campus community. Some students overload their credit load during the semesters, and they really can't manage their time well, and I recommend that you don't load up on those credits.
I would say one of the best things you can do at college is to work hard and have some fun, but make sure you're on task and get all your work done so you can get to where you're going and fulfill the goals that you want to accomplish.
I had a long-term goal, but I had no short-term goals. I came here very confused, very unsure of things, but I felt like through self-evaluation and through exploring different interests and talking to different mentors and different advisors, I was able to gain knowledge and be in a program that I feel is one of the best decisions I've made. So to incoming freshmen, you know, we all go through that phase where we're just very unsure of things. But if you keep an open mind while you're here in college, and you talk to as many people as you can, and you believe in yourself and you motivate yourself, you'll do fine. I feel like I've done that. You know, we all have ups and downs, but in the end, don't just rush through college. Don't just, oh, you know, 4 years, I'm out of here. Really take the time to analyze your interests and your career goals, because it's going to pay off in the end.